Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, hockey fans, to the fourth game of the day here on the NIHL TV network on Stream Sports Midwest. I am here with my partner, Aaron Schellen, myself, Mike Napolitano, and we have another awesome matchup for you here today. We have the 2-seed Mammoth A1 team versus the 10-seed Hawks A3 team, and I know, Aaron, that you are a big fan of upsets and the underdogs.
Yeah,
so a 10th seed is here.
Yeah, I mean we're getting close to the NCAA tournament, getting ready for March Madness, and you're always waiting for that 16 seed to upset the 1 seed. And in this quarterfinals, we had a 10, 11, 12, and 13 make it into the quarterfinals. So far, only one of those teams has advanced. That was the 12th seed Rockford Roadrunners with a 5-0 victory, and Joliet Jaguars, the 11th seed, just dropped the heartbreaker as they get up the game-winning goal with about 20 seconds left. And so their opponents in that game, which were the 3rd seed Leafs, will take on the winner of this one right here.
Now, despite the distance between these two teams in the bracket, said the 2 seed and the 10 seed, these two teams have very similar records. In the 18 games that they each played, the Mammoth team came away with 11 wins, 4 losses, and 3 overtime losses for 25 points. The Hawks are 11-5-2 with 24 points. So just a point separating them in the regular season. In this tournament, Mammoth defeated the 15th seed Falcons A4 team 7-2, and the Hawks won 2-1 over the 7th seed Chargers 4A team. These two teams will have their battle today, and then they will face the Leafs A3 team. That was the 3 seed. They just won their game right before this, a 3-2 thriller with a goal in the final minute to decide that one. That will be tomorrow at 1:10 on this rink, the Hyundai rink. We were supposed to start today at 2:30. It is 2:47. We're running a little bit behind, but we are ready for some hockey action.
Yeah, every game is taking a little bit longer than anticipated, and the first game started about 5 minutes late, so it's just every game is compounded a little bit. So, yeah, the next game is set to start at 3:40. We probably looking closer to 4 o'clock for that one, but
both teams just finishing up their warm-ups, and we want to remind you that the Northern Illinois Hockey League, NIHL, is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all of the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the 54th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the Skort, Peewee, Bantam, and Midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all-girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL partners with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of the season, and here we are. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, NIHL president, or visit the website at nihil.info. And we are just about ready to start as they collect the pucks.
And the final of the 4 Peewee quarterfinals matchups. We've got 3 of the 4 Bantam matchups coming up. The first one slated to start about 3:40. Then we get a break as that second game isn't being broadcast, and then we'll do games 3 and 4 for you then. And it'll be a full day of hockey today, followed by a full day of hockey tomorrow.
And Aaron, we have the first game in this semifinal that will begin tomorrow settled. That will be the 1 seed Falcons going up against the 12 seed Rockford team. And then we have half of this next semifinal decided already. As I mentioned, the Leafs defeated the Jaguars. So this is the 4th and final leg that we need decided as we are ready to begin here. Referees checking both goaltenders.
And those goaltenders are from Mammoth. Down to our right in their white, number 55, Emmett McBride. And down to our left in the blue, and I would say red helmets, but blue and green helmet down there to our left is Avery Corbett.
The Hawks in their Rangers-esque colors. A shot. Oh, and we have a goal already. A shot from Core. And that goes into the back of the net. A little bit of a save from the goaltender. A tip off the glove, but it still finds the back of the net.
Yeah, Avery Corbett got a piece of that in net, but Liam Core, glove side, about 3/4 of the way up the net, and we're 21 seconds in, and the number 2 seed has got a 1-0 lead.
So they wasted no time at all getting one on the board as the ice has been resurfaced, and it's slippery once again, but the puck finding air on that one as it goes into the top corners.
Ice is slippery.
Absolutely. You mentioned, oh my goodness, and wow, we're treated to another early goal as the Hawks respond right back and tie this game up. That is number 14.
That's
Barton Alexander.
Yeah, actually, I think they have it listed on the roster wrong. I think it's Alexander Barton is actually, it has Barton on the back of his jersey, but either way, we're tied at 1 here in the early going.
Did I miss the shooting memo here?
Yeah, I know.
We're not even a minute into this game, and it's already 1-1. I was going to inform you that the Hawks are in their Rangers. Oh, my God, here we have a breakaway.
Oh, good stick, good back check there by Abram Shank.
The Rangers-esque uniforms.
Yeah,
maybe I'll be able to get that
out.
And the Mammoth squad in their white with blue and black striping away uniforms, but they are the home team, so home whites for them.
Yep. I like that blue color. That's something that Mammoth has on all their jerseys that I like. It's not really an aqua, but it's not really a sky blue either. Like you see a powder blue. It's a little bit too dark for that, but it's a good color. I like it.
It is very nice. Okay, we got through the uniforms.
Yes, we can breathe
without
now.
any
We're
more
minute and 20 seconds into the game. 1-1. We can all take a breath.
Puck is dropped right outside the blue line. Mammoth reaching for it, but a number of red and blue sweaters there to knock them off the puck. A little bit of a collision along the boards. It's tipped, and a kick save is made by the goaltender for the Hawks. And that is Aiden Trout. And that.
Nope, Avery Corbett, number 35.
Am I seeing? Oh, you're right. You're right. I thought I was seeing a 90 on that sleeve there. Kept in questionably at the blue line by Mammoth. But now it will clear the zone, and they will have to regroup. The Mammoth defense now with the puck, shooting it back up this near side glass. Light now on this puck. Playing catch with the defense, but oh, look out, a stick from Roca. That is sent into the zone. The Hawks have an opportunity in the corner, but no help as they are changing. And Mammoth can come away with this puck. Skating up with it is Wisniewski, muscled off of that puck by Barton, the goal scorer. He comes in all alone and shoots this puck. That was a laser that went high and wide. If that was just a little bit lower, it might have caught the corner. Mammoth now looking to break out of their own end. They're as far as their own blue line, but they will gain the zone barely and taken off the puck. Light now has it for the Hawks. D-to-D pass. Light has to throw it over to the boards to evade the danger. Thrown back door and a chance for the Mammoth team. And they just couldn't put that puck into the net. Nice save there.
Yeah, Corbett did a nice job. Avery Corbett did a nice job recovering there after giving up a goal on the first shot of the game. She's able to make a couple of saves here, make another tough save there.
Oh, and a quick whistle. Yeah. That puck was still loose as it popped over Corbett and was looking like it was going into the net. I think had some help from the defense.
Yeah, Avery gave up that goal on that first shot, but she's faced a couple of toughies here since that point, and she's come up big.
They line up for the draw to her left. Thrown back to the point. Oh, and a blown tire and a kick to the stick, and the Hawks were almost on a breakaway there. But Mammoth now, Wisniewski. Wiz is his nickname.
Yes.
Throwing that down there.
Let's get that right.
Hawks now pick it up in their own end, coming out of the corner and up into center ice. Trying to go through a defenseman's legs, but a couple of sticks there to steal that puck back. Sent back to the Hawks defense. They play pitch and catch a little bit in the neutral zone. Here come the Hawks.
That was Sheehan steaming forward.
A shot. That looked like it got blockered away wide, but there was a hole there that could have led to a goal.
Yeah, there was a lot of space on that near side, and Braden Sheehan just not able to find it. Good blocker save made by McBride.
3 Mammoth sweaters come up with the puck in the corner over the 2 Hawks sweaters battling for it there. It just passes the blue line, but out of the zone, so the Hawks will regain this puck and have to regroup. They tried to throw it deep, but it goes off of a skate and back out into the neutral zone. Here they come now on the rush, though. Stopping up in the corner and trying to throw it back to the defense, but good sticks from the Mammoth sweaters there to get this puck at least to the blue line and now out. Staying on this near side. Here comes Facco. Trying to go around using the boards, but to no luck. Back into the Mammoth end as they clear once more, struggling to get back out into this neutral zone as the Hawks are able to change and regroup, and they're coming right back in. This is Roca trying to go through the legs of a defenseman and make a pass. Goes to the far corner. Couple of bodies for Mammoth coming in to help the defense there. And they're able to poke this puck back out. And a stick check, and we are getting a penalty on that one.
I looked at the trailing official, didn't see the arm go up, and I turned my head to the left and saw the official out in front of the play. And going to the box will be Ryan Jutras for a trip, so Mammoth will be a skater up.
Mammoth has a power play, but that's not the only positive going on for them today. I hear there is a special birthday in the house. Ethan Chu. I don't know what's better, a birthday or a power play. Maybe a power play if you score on it.
Yeah. How about a power play goal on your birthday? But he's injured.
And there is a power play goal.
Yep, that was Jack Stepniewski just finding the 5-hole on Avery Corbett to put Mammoth out in front. 9 seconds on the power play. So, yeah, Ethan, I know you're not playing today, but if you're watching, happy birthday, young man. Hope you're feeling better soon.
And that's got to be a pretty good birthday present.
Yeah.
Being able to watch that from the bench being injured. I think that's him sitting down there, not jerseyed up, but still cheering on his team.
Well, happy birthday to Ethan.
Mammoth wins the draw, and they're back out of their zone. The Hawks have had the majority of the pressure in the offensive zone, just not able to generate a chance like in that first minute.
Right.
But Mammoth getting that power play and scoring right away. I will say neither team wasting any time, whether it's the start of the game or special teams, to get the job done. So we'll see if that continues here in this one.
A lot of offense in the early going.
2-1 the score. Mammoth has the lead, but the Hawks have the puck down in their own corner, looking to break out. Pass up the wall, and then it becomes an outlet pass, but too far for Barton to corral. So Maneri throws this puck back over for Mammoth to enter the zone once more. Tried to center, too many blue sweaters around. Good stick check by Core. Almost stole that puck away, but Mammoth is able to get it back to their defense at center, and a couple nice stick handles, but eventually too many blue sweaters, and Mammoth is taken off the puck. They battle for it along the half wall. Stepaniewski throws it, but it hits a stick and doesn't make it all the way towards the net. Up to the point, good keep in and a shot, but it hits a defenseman and goes into the far corner. A little bit of a
shove.
Shoulder bump.
That wasn't a hit. That was a shove. That's okay.
All good. Good non-call by the referee there to let them play on. Hawks struggling now to get this out of their own end. Both teams have had their moments in the offensive zone. Right now it is all Mammoth. Hawks trying to clear this puck, but they need a little help in the corner as Mammoth comes back up with it. But it sneaks out of the zone, and here come the Hawks on the rush. Going wide with it. Throwing it back towards the center, but there was no one home for the Hawks. Almost gloved to the side. It was going wide anyways. But now it will be gloved and held for a whistle. 3:47 to go here in the first period. Mammoth leading 2-1.
Yeah, McBride saw that puck coming through the slot and just made the decision to pounce on it.
Dylan Farmer lining up for the draw for the Hawks. Loses that draw to Stepaniewski. Core now trying to go up the wall with it, but it just evades him. Hawks hold this puck into the zone. They try to throw it down into the far corner. A shot from the slot was a weaker one because it was tied up. And here come Mammoth the other way. But the Hawks are there to slow down that rush. It's still in their zone now. Mammoth fighting hard for it along the boards. A shot, bad angle shot, deflected wide from the stick. And the Hawks are able to corral in their own zone. They almost threw it into a dangerous area, but now they could have an outlet pass up the wall, and with a little speed, both players go down. And this one is gloved once again by McBride. Had a pretty pretty good soundtrack here today with a good mix of everything.
Yeah, they've had a good musical selection here today. We got Dixie's Midnight Runners right now. We've had one of my personal favorites, Rage Against the Machine. It's one of my favorite bands of all times. We had some Foo Fighters earlier. Had some good music here today.
My favorite, Fall Out Boy. It's a really nice environment here at Fifth Third Arena for every game, and it's definitely exciting for these players to get to play on this ice and at this stage. Here comes the Hawks into the zone, and a shot, and a really nice save on a hard shot from low in the slot. McBride having to come up big there.
This, of course, the home of, not just the practice home of the Chicago Blackhawks, but it's also the home of the Chicago Stallions. This is where they play their home games.
Mammoth taking this puck from the low slot in there, and they don't exactly have the numbers here, but taking this across the blue line, a couple of stick handles, a pass into the slot, and the Hawks turn this around. Here comes Live Light, moving across the blue line, taking the wide option, but that is gloved.
But that was the right play by Light. There was nothing really on the inside, so
yes.
You take it wide, you put that shot in towards the goal. You hope maybe it hits a pad and bounces out or hops in and out of the glove of McBride, but Emmett did a nice job hanging onto it. So right play by Liv, and nice save made by McBride.
Barton there to take the draw for the Hawks. He wins that draw, but Mammoth comes up with the puck. Maneri dumping this down into the Hawks' end. Mammoth trying to chase that dump. The Hawks taking this behind their own net. Looking to exit their own zone, but a nice stick there. He had to pick his stick back up after the stick check is Stefanewski. And a centering pass, and it hits the goaltender who was down.
She used that right pad while she was on her belly. She stuck that right pad out and was able to just knock it wide of the post. So that was really nicely done by Avery Corbett. Yeah.
What a save to keep this one close. We have the 1 minute remaining announcement in this first period as Sheehan comes into the zone wide. A shot that is soaked up by the glove of McBride.
You know, and we've seen this a couple of times today, Mike, where skater gets the puck all by themselves in front of the goalie, and they don't catch and release. They catch, wind up, and then try to release. And that wind up gives the defense a chance to collapse. Get that puck on your stick. Sometimes you just got to let it go. Don't try to pick top corner. Don't try to just get it on net.
Especially in a tournament like this, every shot matters. And it could be the difference between whether you're moving on or headed home, as we saw in the last game with a final minute goal. This one is a close one as well. A little bit of a snow job there.
That's all right.
Nowhere else to go for the skater.
Yeah, and that goal we saw in that last game, Mike, wasn't a high danger area shot. It was a shot from beyond the far right point down here to our left from the outside of that faceoff dot, and it hit something on the way in and ended up in the back of the net. So you never know what's going to happen. Put the puck towards the net, and when you're all alone in front of the goalie like that, you don't need to take your time and wind up. Just catch and release.
We said it much earlier this morning, just throw anything at the net and sometimes good things will happen.
For sure.
Also throw anything at the net to test out the goaltenders. So far they've been pretty solid in this one. We've seen a lot of good goaltending today. As the horn expires, and we only have a 2-1 score. Quick scoring in this one, but they settled down towards the end of that first period. As you hear from the announcement, still 2-1 as I mentioned. But the Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games. Monday, February 19th, the Blackhawks are in Carolina at 6 p.m. Central Time to take on the Hurricanes. That's on NBC Sports Chicago and Bally Sports South. I am also the host of Full Press Hurricanes, so go check out that podcast if you want some Hurricanes information. But hopefully you're rooting for the Blackhawks in that game. Wednesday, February 21st, Blackhawks host the Philadelphia Flyers at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on TNT or stream it on Max. I have not done that yet. Have you?
HBO Max?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Well,
I mean, I have
it's just
HBO
Max now.
Well,
but,
yeah,
you know.
but it's HBO Max for those of you who are unaware of what it is, yes.
I have not done that yet. I've streamed, but through other sources. Friday, February 23rd, the Blackhawks host the Winnipeg Jets. A 7:30 p.m. start. That's on NBC Sports Chicago. So don't miss all the Blackhawks action. Chicago Blackhawks also want to let you know that they are excited to host their 2024 summer camps at 4 locations throughout Chicagoland for kids ages 6 through 13. Additionally, they are proud to present their all-girls camp, Big Strides, designed for girls ages 12 to 18. Included in the 5-day camp, players will participate in 2 on-ice practices and 2 hours of off-ice activities each day. Full equipment and basic comprehension of skating is required. For more information and to register, please visit NIHL.com Blackhawks Amateur Hockey Camps. We are all set for the second period here. 2-1 Mammoth as the puck is dropped in this one, and play resumes in our 4th and final game on this side of the bracket. We have 3 more games coming up for today. This puck goes down low, and Mammoth is able to keep the Hawks from getting towards the front of their net. And they come up out of the zone. This is Maneri. Fighting for it along the wall, trying to get that puck deep. Stefanowski has this behind the net, setting this up by throwing it to the point. A shot from the point gets redirected and thrown back out of the zone. The Mammoth defense will have to recoup, and the Hawks are going to chase at the blue line in front of the nets. We are starting to see a little bit of that snow buildup, as we mentioned in some of these games. Oh, and we have a tripping call there. So the Hawks will go to the power play. This could be the opportunity that they need to level the score.
Yeah, they scored a goal in their first shot of the game, which was about 30 seconds after Mammoth had scored, and they've been held scoreless since then. Emmett McBride has done a nice job for Mammoth, but see if the Hawks can get it tied here on this power play.
Leo Manieri headed to the box on that tripping call. 5-on-4 action for the Hawks here as they set up in the zone. That's Angeletti. A shot doesn't get through and is thrown back out of the zone and all the way down into the Hawks' end. They'll have to regroup on this power play. Sent up into neutral ice and across the blue line. Trying to stick handle through a number of white sweaters. And the puck is still loose. The goaltender is down, and a couple of hacks and whacks. That puck is still loose. And finally, we get a whistle as Mammoth's goaltender McBride is able to locate. We'll get a face-off still on this power play. Once again to McBride's left. Really good chance there for the Hawks as there was a mad scramble in front. And a couple of loose pucks just couldn't find the Hawks' sticks in order to throw that into the back of the net. But a lot of commotion going on at crease level. Barton getting some help from his defense. Angeletti moving in with it on this power play. Stops with it, but actually runs into a back checker. And this puck is thrown back out of Mammoth's end. And, oh, a couple of players fall over each other, and here comes Tykla in the corner with it. Angeletti throwing it to an open corner. That's Michael Raditz. But Mammoth comes up with the puck. There's the Wisniewski dumping this down to kill time. 35 to go on the power play for the Hawks. They're looking to tie this game up. Tylka getting some help from Barton. Good pull-up at the blue line to stay onside from Raditz. Going wide with it is Barton. Barton still has it behind, evades a checker, throws it in front, almost got a shot to go off the rebound and up and over the goaltender's shoulder. creating a chance in space all for himself, but no luck on that one. Here comes Mammoth the other way. They are out of the box, and they have a 3-on-1. Manieri centers this pass, a back pass to him, and back door, but that just wouldn't go.
Down on her belly again, Avery Corbett using that right pad to block that far post. Stepniewski right there to try to tap it home, but nicely done by Avery Corbett.
Here comes the Hawks. This is Quinn now leaving a drop pass that was read by Mammoth.
Dangerous place to leave a drop pass right on the blue line.
Shank read that, and they are back across the zone. Mammoth drops to the late man. A shot. It goes back to the original point of the pass, but no free sticks for Mammoth in order to throw that on net. It goes behind, and the Hawks are now going to go off the boards and hopefully out of their zone here. They're looking at options. They decide to dump it down. Thrown up the wall to Shank. He makes another wall pass to Stepniewski. Two aside as they battle for it right in front of the penalty box. Roca comes up with it for the Hawks. Got 5 white sweaters around him, so he decides to just flip it in on net and get a face-off. Was a little frustrated, but that's actually a very good play right there to earn your team a face-off in the offensive zone.
Especially when you're coming down 1-on-3 or 1-on-4 or whatever it was. Get the puck on net, get an offensive zone draw, and live to fight another day.
They'll line up to the right side of the goaltender for Mammoth. McBride. Mammoth looking to exit the zone, but that's stopped, and a turnover along the wall. Mammoth still trying to get that puck out. That never crossed. Now it does. As Mammoth is trying to take the far boards and pinch off the Hawks defense in order to get this puck in down low and set something up here. A centering pass finds the stick of a Hawks player instead of a Mammoth player. It's still in the zone. Nice stick check to keep that puck in. They hack and whack at it, but it is the Hawks that come up with it. Across the blue line. A shot, and that looked like it was a promising one, but it goes wide towards the back of the net. A centering pass, and he's all alone in front, and what a glove snag from Emmett McBride, all alone in front.
That is the save of the day so far here from Fifth Third, is Emmett McBride stoning. I think that was Jack Roca out in front with the glove. You won't see a better glove save than that.
I don't believe it. I mean, that was a 2-on-0, a pass to the center, and it doesn't find the back of the net, all thanks to McBride on that glove save.
Yeah, that was a great save.
Mammoth now, nice stick handling to avoid a check there. Shank moving on the near side into the corner. He's got 3 blue sweaters around him. He's going to have to find somebody. Not able to get enough help in the corner, and the Hawks will have the puck now. They're going to try to go up the other side with it. Still in their zone, in the corner. Mammoth comes out with a couple of nice stick handles. They tried a backdoor pass, but it was in the air and hard to corral at first. Sent back to the point. Walked the blue line, down low. Another centering pass picked off in the slot by the Hawks. They're reading that right now. And thrown up and out of the zone just to the blue line, and that's offsides as the Mammoth players come into play.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty good goaltending so far here this morning and this afternoon, but this game especially, we've seen on both ends goalies kind of standing on their heads. Avery Corbett's made a couple of right pad saves while laying on her belly, and then again that glove save we just saw from Emmett McBride. You won't see a better glove save.
It's in the zone for Mammoth to be on the offensive, but now it pops out. There were a couple players down, and they were poking away at skates. Isroff not able to enter the zone. A little bit of a wipeout by Sheehan over there as the whistle goes for offsides. No lineup for the jaw right in front of Aaron and myself here. Perkins wins this draw back to Minieri. Isroff. Perkins. Stick checked. Sheehan able to gum up that rush enough for his defense to come up with the puck there. It's right in front of that bench once again as the Hawks are able to poke that out and back down. Mammoth will have to regroup in their own end. A good stick to keep that puck in, and it comes down on net, and McBride will decide to hold that one. 4:52 here to go in the second period. Still 2-1 in favor of Mammoth. Shots on goal 14-10 in favor of the Hawks, though. This is the fourth and final game, as we mentioned, on this side of the bracket. The winner of this will play the third seed Leafs tomorrow at 1:10 on this same rink. McFadden dropping it back D to D. And it is thrown all the way back down, and we will get an icing call on the Hawks, so this will come all the way back down to the other end.
Yeah, this has been the first time really in this game that we've seen any real choppiness in play, right? It's been pretty smooth up and down both sides, but these last handful of minutes, we've seen a couple of offsides and icing. It's more whistles than we've seen here throughout most of the afternoon in this one.
Other than the goal scoring right off the bat in this game, there. As
Well, those whistles are okay. I'm good with those whistles.
There hasn't been many stoppages. Back below the Mammoth net, they're trying to come up with the puck, but the Hawks are there to keep this puck in. Mammoth comes out of the corner with the puck, throwing it across ice to Schenk. Moving in, looked like he was going to take a shot, got the defenseman to bite a little bit, but they stayed with him. And now the Hawks will have the puck along the boards. Hawks now trying to move it up those boards, but Schenk still not giving up on the play. Decides to throw this back down, and the Hawks will have to regroup here. Sent back up the half wall. Across the red line and the blue line. Thrown to the center, but nobody there. But look out, a couple of Mammoth players almost collide, and they're not able to clear the puck immediately. Now they will, but it's thrown back to the Hawks defense, and they will regroup at center, and they're right back across the line. Thrown into the middle. Working in down low is Barton. Pulls up and stops, tries to center that one. It's on the backhand. They throw it back to Angeletti at defense. He walks in and wires. It's loose.
There it is. Wow.
And it's a goal.
Tapped home by Max Tykla. And we've seen this multiple times where skaters had the puck and they've taken the shot. In this particular case, Dominic Angeletti saw that Mammoth was giving him the space, Mike, and he walked up about 10 or 15 feet before he took that shot into the body of Emmett McBride. It fell down to Emmett's left, and his opposing 55, Tykla, was right there to tap it home and tie the game.
As you said, really smart play. And Tykla there to clean up the garbage lane in the crease. And another rebound chance, and it's kept out on that attempt. Angeletti again walks up, takes a shot, but didn't have a lane. It hits a skate and I think a leg on that one.
Yeah, Perkins got hit in the left leg. He's trying to stay out there, but he's struggling.
Angeletti walks in again and wires. The Hawks have a couple of players down low in order to get those rebounds from their shots from the point, which is what happened on that last goal. It hits the top of the net and sits on the water bottle.
What a completely wild about 90 seconds here in the offensive zone for Mammoth. The Chicago Hawks are buzzing here, Mike. They got that game-tying goal and then almost immediately had the same offensive set, except this time the shot was taken right away from the point, and the save was made. The puck bounced out and eventually ends up in an offensive zone draw.
Perkins has a chance to get off and nurse that knee a little bit, but as you mentioned, that's only the second puck that we've seen hit the top of the net, but two is enough. Backdoor pass to Schenk and just out of the shooting reach. Tries to center that again. It's gloved down and sent back out of the zone by the Hawks. And both of those opportunities have been on the top of that goal, but this time it actually sat up there.
I don't think I've ever seen a puck sit on top of the net and just stop there. Usually it bounces out, but
maybe it got thirsty. There was a water bottle.
Maybe a water bottle, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a literal water bottle shot.
Yeah, exactly. I think they would have wanted it a little bit more in the net and popping the bottle off the back, but they'll maybe take what they can get there. As this game is tied, it sends this puck back down into the Mammoth zone, to a side as they battle for it there. It pops out into the top of the slot, but Mammoth is there to regain and come back to center with it. Across the blue line, Shank, he's been productive on this wing over here. A shot from the middle, and another save from the Hawks goaltender, Avery Corbett.
Yeah, Avery Corbett, that right pad, she has been using that pretty religiously here today, and she's done a really nice job with it. This time uses that right pad to deaden the puck and then just fall on it.
Face off to her right side. Puck is tied up in a couple of skates and thrown hard off those end boards to the far side by the Hawks, trying to evade the pressure in their zone. Roca heading back up, but Perkins is there. Nice puck protection there. 1 minute remaining in the second as we have the announcement. They'll battle for it in the corner. A turnover in the high slot.
That's a dangerous clear.
And it's now in the low slot, and an opportunity, just hits the side of the net for the Hawks. McFadden is there to keep this puck in, and a whiff on the shot. Look out, here comes Mammoth the other way. It's Isroff moving in. A shot from out wide, and that may have gone high and wide, but Avery Corbett didn't want to take any chances, and she gloves that one.
That's it. You got to go, young players, if you're watching this, up the boards, man. Go up the boards, go back behind your net. Never backhanded pass into the center of the ice like that. You're just asking for trouble if you do that.
Dangerous. 28.6 to go here as they drop the puck and battle for it. Mammoth looking to get a shot right off the face-off, but it's tied up. Barton moving around behind his own net. Has some speed along the far wall, moving past the benches, but a good stick from the defense there keeps that one out. That was Marin Steiner. Thrown back up to Shank. Once again on this wing. Bodied off of that one. No call there, a little bit.
That was about as borderline as you're going to get between a push and a check, I think. But with the period ending, they'll let it go, and we'll go to the third tie.
So 2 in the books here. We have one final period to go in the first 4 games of today on this side of the Peewee Silver bracket. The regular season is complete, and this is the NIHL Blackhawks tournament time. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for news about upcoming broadcasts of NIHL games. We just live streamed 3 Peewee Silver quarterfinals games. This is our 4th from Fifth Third Arena, and this afternoon we will also be bringing you 3 Bantam Silver quarterfinals games. I will be on one of the calls with my partner Aaron here, and he will be taking the other 2. And if that wasn't enough playoff hockey for you, tomorrow, Sunday, we will be streaming 6 championship games from the United Center, the home of our Chicago Blackhawks. 9 a.m. Squirt Premier Select Championship, the 11 a.m. Peewee Premier Select Championship, the 1 p.m. Girls 16U, 19U National Championship, the 3 p.m. Bantam Premier Select Championship, the 5 p.m. College Junior Prep 16U Championship, and the conclusion, the 7 p.m. College Junior Prep 18U Championship. So tune in on the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube channel, the one that you're on right now.
All day.
Action.
All day.
All day
hockey.
today, all day tomorrow.
That's right. Nothing but hockey.
What is there not to love about that?
Nothing but hockey.
As we get ready for more hockey here.
More
the third
hockey.
period. These teams line up as Eminem is letting them know that they have one moment here.
One moment.
And by one moment, they mean 12 whole minutes.
12 minutes of potential moments.
But somebody has to score here to break the tie. Otherwise, we may have a fourth period of hockey. We saw a 2-2 tie in this last game, Aaron,
yep.
and we are deadlocked once more.
Officials, both teams out there ready to go. We were waiting on the Zebras. These kids are out there going, let's play that hockey, man. Come on, let's do it.
Those Zebras like to graze a little bit. You know, let them take their time in the Sahara. Back on the ice, though, a little bit of a shoulder. We talk about those borderline calls to end the period, and we have them to start.
Every time somebody makes a clearing attempt out in front of their crease like that, it makes me nervous, like my butterflies in my stomach.
We don't have any stake on either side.
No,
here,
but still, you see it, and you're just like, oh,
it's like
man.
a car crash that you can't,
can't look away from. Yep.
Face-off comes outside of the zone as there was an offsides call here. Mammoth looking to break into the Hawks zone. Stefanowski looking at the bench. There is some confusion on the lines here. He's waiting to step into the dot to take the draw. Hawks win that draw. Sent back into their zone. They clear it to the far side. And Mammoth is there to pry away at this puck. They come up with it. But look out, it hits a skate, and there may be an odd man opportunity from a wide angle shot.
Ooh.
Goaltender was looking back. Emmett McBride did not know exactly where that puck was.
Yeah, that was Lucien Dubois getting some space by the near dot. That was a hard wrist shot, and McBride, as soon as he made the save, looked behind him, so he must have gotten that caught between his body and his arm.
Makes the save nonetheless, and we will have a face-off won by the attacking team. Angeletti getting a tip down low, but a nice pad save by McBride.
Yeah, Dylan Farmer did the smart thing and got out of the way as that shot was coming in from Angeletti, and it just bounced right in between the pads of Emmett McBride.
Farmer wins this one back to Angeletti. Another tip opportunity. Oh, and a backdoor opportunity with a wide open net. And it just goes high and wide.
That was Peter Quinn, had a wide open goal and just popped it up over the crossbar.
I know what he is going to be thinking about before he goes to bed tonight, and those nightmares may haunt him on that one. We're still deadlocked here. There's still a chance for redemption. The Hawks still have it in the zone. A pass and a shot that goes wide. Wisniewski there to chase it down and try to get it out of his own end. Two aside. They will battle for it in the corner. A third Mammoth player now entering to take on that board battle, but it's the Hawks that come up with it. A tough angle shot that goes high and over the net, kept in really nicely at the blue line by Angeletti.
I've been impressed by Angeletti here in this game. Both, I mean, obviously he set up that second goal, but really nice job at the blue line, keeping and pinching.
He has a very nice, I don't want to say 200-foot game. I mean, he has gone back, but from this offensive blue line, he's able to play defense and control a lot of the offense as well. This puck is flipped into the glove of McBride and held on for a whistle. 2-2 here in the third period. 9:57 to go. Shots on goal very lopsided at the moment. 23-12 in favor of the Hawks. They're in the offensive zone still. Let's face off to McBride's right side. They battle for it at center. It's dumped back down. Mammoth will have to regroup, and a back-checking pressure coming from Ryan Jutras. Core now, wide open on the near side wing. He's a lefty, so he's able to have that on his forehand there, but not able to bring that puck into the center, so the Hawks will come back up with it. Jutras, unintentional drop pass, a shot steered away by the Mammoth goaltender, and this is sent all the way back down. Referee has the arm up for an icing call. Will come all the way back down on the Mammoth side. 9:07 as they line up here. You know, you mentioned there weren't a whole lot of stoppages. I think now we are kind of seeing a lot of that. You know, either it's offsides or icing, whistles from the goaltenders stopping pucks, and a lot on this Mammoth end. Almost an opportunity on a breakaway, but it stays in the zone. Fabara kept that in at the line. Down low, the Hawks looking to set up their attack. D-to-D pass, a shot, didn't have a lane, it hits a skate or a shin pad and stays out of the zone. Barton regains the zone. Nice pull-up button hook entry. Fabara shoots it wide. Goaltender lost the crease just for a moment, but it goes onto the far side and no danger. But here come the Hawks down low, pulling up. Too many white sweaters in the corner. They battle for it there, and it looks as though Mammoth will come up with this puck, throwing it to this near side of the ice, opposite of where it was. Wald moving in. Oh, and a penalty will be coming up on a check.
Yeah, Barton's going to go for that one, I think.
It was a good back check until the physicality came through.
Yep.
Bad
oh, they're not going to send
indeed.
Barton. Who are they sending? Looks like they're talking to Santiago Fabara, but it looked like it was Barton who, yeah, they're sending Fabara, but it looked like Barton who was the one who made that body contact.
That's an interesting decision. Referee's talking to him right now, but I'm not sure.
I think they just got the number wrong. I think it should have gone to Barton, but it'll be Fabara in the box for the rough.
Face off won by the Hawks in this penalty kill, but Mammoth has it in the corner. Hawks desperately trying to poke this puck out, but Mammoth is going to have it at the point. A shot, it hits off the post and stays out, and that one floats through the crease in the air. A really good chance for Mammoth.
Inside the near post and just bouncing out the other side.
Mammoth has this puck in the corner, trying to throw it out, but a blue sweater is there to pick that up. That is Barton. Stepanewski going wide, trying to make a centering pass, but there weren't enough players there. Thrown back in front, but yet again Barton's stick there to get rid of any danger in front of the net. But look out, Minieri set up in front, and a rebound given off the point shot. Also swarmed the crease. But here comes the Hawks on a shorthanded opportunity, but they have the numbers. It's a 2-on-1. The shot rides the stick and goes up behind the net. A centering pass doesn't make it through, and Mammoth will have the opportunity to corral this in their zone. It's pinned up against the boards, but they are able to kick this puck up and start their rush once again. Mammoth across the line, and a stick catches
that I'm surprised no arm went up there. That was body contact and a trip that took away a potential 3-on-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that wasn't called, but here comes Shank back into the zone. Mammoth still on this power play for another 10 seconds. They lose it along the wall. Quinn now picking it up, trying to come the other way as this power play for Mammoth expires. Fabara is out of the box and skating right to the bench as they change up lines. And now they have the opportunity, the man who came in for Fabara, moving around, that's Dubois, going down along the half wall. Mammoth comes up with this puck, calmly in their zone, looking to move out with it. A couple of nice moves to evade some stick checks. In across the blue line, pulling up instead of going wide with it. Into the corner, they battle for it, to a side. The late man for the Hawks is the one that's able to push that out and back across the blue line. Puck is just dumped deep. Dubois goes down again over here at center, and Mammoth picks it up in their own zone. Light able to dump this back down. Hawks trying to keep this pressure on. That shot hits the paddle and the pads. Not a high danger chance there, but still a shot on goal. Angeletti has to go back to regroup with this one. Nice pull-up move there to evade the lone checker. A pass into center ice. He had a man there, but it just evaded the stick. They battle for it right in front of the box. Thrown back down by the Hawks defense. They play a little pitch and catch with the Mammoth defense, and they'll regroup behind their own net. Nice pull up there by Light, but not a clearing pass. It stays in the zone momentarily. Mammoth could get an opportunity here if they can find it in their skates. Goes to the far side. Shank just not able to put it to his forehand. Angeletti. Shank now. Sent back to the point. Core down low. A shot, and it was loose. The goaltender was sliding out of the crease, but it wouldn't go. Minieri, a shot. Oh, and the goaltender had lost the goal, but it rolls wide in behind the net.
Yeah, Corbett was playing the potential tip from the point, and it didn't get tipped, and it just went wide of the post.
Core is poke checked, but the Hawks are changing, so not a whole lot of pressure on Mammoth as they regroup in their own zone. They're able to get to the center ice line and now across the blue line. Back into the zone, Mammoth. Pushed off the puck. A shot, though, still, and that one is soaked up by Avery Corbett. We will get a face-off. 3:14 to go here in this final frame. Deadlocked at 2 goals apiece.
Yeah, top of the bracket, bottom of the bracket, been really a tale of two different stories, right? Like the top half of the bracket, we had a 7-0 and a 5-0 game. Bottom half of the bracket, a 3-2 game with the final goal coming in the final 22 seconds. And then here in game 4, 2-2 with 3 minutes left.
We could be en route to a very similar finish here. Hawks moving up with it. They don't exactly have the numbers. Going wide, a shot just tipped off the glove and goes wide. Mammoth picks this up in their own corner, throws this to center. Those are those centering passes you were worried about there, Aaron.
Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous.
But Mammoth is able to get this puck out and not have to worry about an errant pass. Walled now, moving back across the blue line. Pulls up and tried to puck protect, but a good stick by Fabar is able to poke that out, and a good turn. He's able to throw this puck off the glass and up the boards, but it stays in. And Mammoth gets a shot on goal that hits the pads. It comes back. Oh, and just goes wide. I think that caught the stick.
I think that caught the post, actually. I think that caught the outside of the near post. It's a couple of attempts at it there for Maren Steiner, yeah.
Down into the Mammoth end. Hawks trying to put the pressure on the opposite end of the ice. It was loose-ish, but enough of it was covered for the referee to blow the whistle on that one.
And Braden Sheehan, a couple of whacks at it.
1:56 here to go in a tie game. Shots on goal, 27-17 in favor of the Hawks. They have a face-off to the left side of Emmett McBride, and they win that face-off. Tied up just a little bit. They try to center that. A Mammoth stick is in the way, so they come around the back of the net and out of their own zone. Turned over at the red line. A couple of bodies fighting for that puck. Nice spin move from Angeletti. Thrown back down to the defense. Almost another pass into the benches there. Mammoth is across the blue line, but it is offside.
Super late whistle. Wow. That was like 2 seconds after the play. Core was in. I mean, it was clearly offsides. Core was in ahead of the play, but referee either had to get that whistle from around his neck up into his mouth, or he was inhaling as the play came in and he had to wait to exhale.
I think he took an extra second to look at the far side of the ice and notice the offsides, or there were a couple of referees in the stands that may have alerted him to that. Backdoor pass to Core, a shot and a nice glove save from Corbett to keep this game tied. Johnson, a shot from the point, didn't have a lane, hits the leg of Farmer, and that comes just across the blue line.
Avery Corbett's been so good in this game. She gave up that goal on the first shot of the game, and she has been absolute rock solid here over the final 2 minutes, or 2 periods, and really 11 minutes.
45 to go as Mammoth tried to dump that puck down, and now it's back out of the zone. The Hawks are going to get this puck at the blue. Oh, no, they don't have it at their own blue line. They decide to dump down. Mammoth tried to get rid of that puck. It hit the forechecker there. I don't know if that shook up
I think Roca, Roca's quickly to the bench.
24.9 to go. Wearing a bubble, I think that still came up and hit him high.
Yeah, he's holding. I mean, he looks fine, but he's holding kind of that lower jaw, and and you saw it as soon as he bounced up. He was looking over at the bench, and I mean, he looks fine. He's standing up over there with his teammates, but
sorry, that's not a bubble. That's a cage, but still, face is protected. It might have caught him just underneath, though.
Yeah.
Face-off won by the Hawks. They're entering the zone with 20 to go here. Tie game. If no one scores, we will head to overtime in this Blackhawks tournament here in this NIHL broadcast. Mammoth coming across their own blue line with 10 seconds to go. Across the far blue line, Perkins pulls up. Doesn't have a shot. It's pickpocketed, and that will do it for the third period here. We're going to get some free hockey here today in this fourth and final matchup on this side of the bracket.
Technically, it's all free hockey since no one's paying for this, but no one's paying to watch. But yes,
that is true.
So Game 4 will end in regulation, tied at 2. We'll do that overtime hockey. We'll take a quick pause here, and it's been a fun day so far. Almost 4 games down, 3 more to go. The 3 Bantam games are on the schedule coming up.
Yeah. This has been some of the best hockey we've seen, not just because it's tournament time, but a lot of these teams have stepped it up a notch. Well, because it is tournament time, but you're also playing on the practice facility of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yep.
Nice, clean, resurfaced ice. Although right now it is pretty snowy because we're going to a fourth period.
Yep, yeah, there's no ice scrapes in between periods here at the 12 and the 10, 12, 14 levels, and 16 level for that matter. So
because it is a tournament, we will have another full 12-minute period. It'll be 5-on-5, sudden death, as you may have just heard from the announcement here. Shots on goal, still a 10-shot difference, 28-18 in favor of the Hawks, as Chicago looks to defend their home here in Chicago.
Yeah, the 10 seed Chicago Hawks looking to advance to the semifinals tomorrow against the 3 seed Leafs. In the top part of the bracket, you've got the number 1 seed Highland Park Falcons and the 12 seed Rockford Roadrunners.
It's been exciting all over this bracket, and I imagine it will be exciting tomorrow. Unfortunately, we will not be able to see.
Not here, no. We'll be about 2 blocks away over at the United Center for the Premier Select Championships.
Puck is dropped in this overtime period. First goal wins it here. Oh, and it comes in on goal. Almost a dangerous situation for the Hawks, as their own defenseman was poking that puck towards the net, but luckily there to make the save was Avery Corbett.
Avery Corbett's been really, really good. She stopped 17 out of 19, but some of those have been A-plus grade opportunities for Mammoth. And down at the other side, Emmett McBride, 26 out of 28, has been just as good for Mammoth.
Mammoth has this in the offensive zone. They won the face-off. Hawks trying to get this out, but it's kept in by Rosenberg. Stepanowski tried to sidestep a defenseman, couldn't get to the middle. It stays along the wall. Barton picking this puck up. Thrown to the blue line, but a really nice keep there. But eventually it does find its way out, and here come the Hawks. Wide opportunity, cutting to the middle, and he scores! The Hawks have scored and won this game in overtime.
That's Michael Raditz on the power move from the boards. cuts across the face of Emmett McBride, tucks it in the near post, 49 seconds into overtime, and we got a couple of dual number seeds in the finals. The number 10 seed Hawks will advance to take on the 3rd seed Leafs tomorrow.
What a game we just witnessed. And my, oh my, has the hockey been good today. An overtime game winner, both of this side of the bracket, the Leafs and Jaguars and Mammoth and the Hawks, both a 3-2 finish with basically 2 overtime goals. Now, I know the game before this, Leafs and Jaguars, it was in regulation, but it only had 22 seconds
left
on the clock. That was basically the overtime dagger. This one was an overtime dagger, and the Hawks move on. We have other games to get to, though, so we're going to leave it here. Thank you for tuning in. For my partner, Aaron Schell, and myself, Mike Napolitano, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we will see you as you tune in for the next one. Thanks.